Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can find the link in the description box below to book that also. And that being said, I'll leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the little wax melt, then this one is for you. It's the shape of a heart. So maybe there's something in your life that melts your heart. Although when I did connect to this, it was there were little items were chosen last night, and I kept hearing the I'm melting from the Wicked Witch of the East, is it? From Dorothy. So I don't know if there's some resonance there for you with, I don't know, something melting away, but like I don't know, something leaving your life in that regard, like, because, you know, she melts and the problem goes or something. So I don't know. Anyway, let's jump into your reading, group 1. It is interesting times. So starting in the past energy, as always, we have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. There's a lot of masculine energies here. First, when I look at this, I see a father and 2 sons, so that might resonate with some of you. You might be spending time with family, or yeah, that could literally be the situation. You could have a husband and 2 boys together, and something's going on with them lately, or there could be a lot of events around your children at this time, around the younger people in your family or your parents, with the Emperor being here too. So there could be, yeah, maybe like adult children or teen children situations around family. There we do have, like, between these energies, these are very different energies, so there could be a little maybe disruption, or there could be some disagreements amongst the family, or amongst you and another person or a group of people. You can see that through this reading, that yeah, there's potential for not seeing eye to eye with certain people. But also what I can see here is that you, on a level that just speaks to yourself, it looks like you've been exploring a little bit more and just trying to test some waters perhaps, or try new things to help you feel more of yourself, feel more home, or more connected to who you are and what it is you want to do, whether that's just for the heck of it, just for fun, just for creative expression. Maybe you're making more music, maybe you're playing around with different instruments or mediums with your art, or there's when I look at this combination here, when I'm wanting to read it to be just about yourself, I see you just, yeah, trying new things and also trying to grow up a little bit. I'm feeling here, like trying to get maybe some things in order, like trying to gain more authority or responsibility in your life. And with this particular thing burning here, you may have been literally having burning releases. You also have this burning bowl card, but when I looked at it in this card, it really spoke to that exact energy. So that might be something you're trying to gain control of at the moment. You might be trying to burn something, to release something. You might be trying to strengthen something, or grow, like have something grow in a way that is nobody else can take it or touch it or something. You might be trying to protect something. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, oh, of course, I was about to say there's like a lot of personal power in that Emperor I'm seeing, but then it also sits below the power card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and that card is talking all about you stepping up and going for it. Maybe if that is regards to standing up for yourself, then do so. If any area where you need to claim your own power and do things in the way that works for you, then you're encouraged to explore that and do that. And that's all in the past energy, so it might resonate with what you've been up to lately. It also could have time for romance or talking with people that you enjoy talking to, bouncing ideas off people, just like maybe out there meeting different people, different characters amongst on your day or on your journey. You might be finding yourself sort of traveling from place to place a bit lately in the past, or maybe you've just had some travel. But yeah, let's look into the week ahead and see what we got here. We got the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun first and foremost. So you might find yourself at the moment just chipping away, you know. Knight of Pentacles is, as we know, it's slow moving energy. We've got 3 clocks here as well in the tree. So yeah, I kind of do get this feeling of like having, like, you might be collaborating with maybe two people that are younger than you, or it does seem to be something going on with you in a bunch, you know, you in a group or something. Like there's something unfolding in a group dynamic for sure, or a family situation. That bit of a woofing puppy out there in the neighborhood. So anyway, we have the sun here as well. So I feel when I look at this, it's sort of like you getting a little bit clearer about what it is you need to do, and you're feeling maybe like, I don't want to jump the gun and say, oh, I'm feeling overly optimistic about the path ahead, because I kind of get this feeling that there's a struggle here or a challenge, and while you are moving in the right direction and are focusing on growing things, I think that ought to be attended to, if you know what I mean. I kind of get this level up's the wrong expression. Just like I keep coming back to this growing up, or just like trying to overcome maybe something that helps you in the long run. And so with the sun here and the 8 of Cups next, it's sort of like this week you're starting to see where it is you need to let go, where it is you need to grow. Like I think things are becoming abundantly clear, although some things are going to take a bit of time. Especially, I think there's so much message about time here. The next card out is the 3 of Wands. So I think at the moment it kind of feels like this is still a matter of release and acceptance and processing and forgiving and understanding why you landed here, or how things got to be at this point, and then you look towards the future and moving ahead. The 8 of Cups to the 3 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles is next in the week ahead. So you can really see that you're looking towards creating more independence for yourself, creating more abundance for yourself. You're looking forward to an abundant future. For some of you, you're leaving a group dynamic and striking out on your own. You may be starting your own business. It might be something to do with a relationship that you're leaving behind. It may have already been ended, but you're still processing the experiences that you had together and where you're at right now. I do see here that there's a lot of planning for a future that sets you up by yourself, or sets you up financially to be independent and flourish also. I see conversations being had this week, whether that's, it might not be conversations externally, they could be internal dialogue and clarity and ideas coming to you about what it is you need to do to move ahead. And so when I say conversations, it really is likely internal dialogue. We have the Hermit here as well as the 9 of Pentacles. So this is likely that you are giving yourself the power to choose, giving yourself the power to maybe, I want to say act, but I think there's more planning here. And I think it's more, I don't know, maybe there is action. There probably is some action. But it's definitely a time to be focusing on what it is you want, and I feel like you've been playing with that a bit lately. In the challenge area, we have got the Knight of Wands, 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. For some of you, this is that a dream you had didn't amount to what you wanted it to. Some of you, it might have been a business that you wanted to set up, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Maybe there was a financial loss, or there's definitely a situation here where you've had to leave behind a fruitless venture or something. The 5 of Swords is here, so there can be something that's competitive of nature that, you didn't come up on the up on this situation. You might be feeling, if there's a relationship breakdown, the 5 of Pentacles can show that there's this feeling of maybe remorse or sadness around separation, and feeling that if not regret or remorse, then just that emptiness that can come after a situation ends, and just feeling not connected anymore, or maybe missing that connection. The Knight of Wands here in the challenge shows as well that I feel like you might be having trouble envisioning what the next chapter can look like for you in abundance and in success. Like I feel like you're not able to fully connect to it, and there's High Priestess is the underlying energy for this reading, so there is this mystery to what is unfolding in your life at the moment, and you do need to just trust in the mystery, trust in where you're being guided, even if you can't see what that is going to look like for you. What will help with the challenge, we do have the Ten of Swords, so accepting endings, allowing endings to take place in your life, forgiveness for endings, maybe forgiving yourself or others, however it resonates with you. But you also do have the Full Moon in Pisces forgiveness card here. Even the colours actually kind of go, don't they, with the blue water and the mossy green and the light of the moon. That's quite stunning. So we did just come off a full moon in Pisces, so you may have really felt that. This could be talking about what you've experienced over those days, or it could be, like as we read in these readings, the week ahead. It could be something you're just moving through still, triggered by that full moon potentially. Accepting an ending and finding forgiveness, not holding on to anger or toxicity around the situation, maybe just, if there's been a bit of the blame game going on, maybe just withdrawing from that game mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, because it's not serving you with moving forward, and you might be coming up against a lot of blocks because of this. And if you need to have a conversation with this person, this group, or something here to clear the air and find that closure so that the energy can settle and maybe disconnect in a way that's healthy, then by all means do so. But every situation is different. Maybe some of you can't do that. For some of you, this is very much a person who's passed on and is on the other side, and it's more about finding connection with them in your heart, in your intuition, and in your creative endeavors. The Page of Swords can be all about learning as well. So if you have suffered a loss of somebody very special to you, then these cards are showing what will help with that loss is that learning to connect with them, learning to build up your intuition, learning how to learning different techniques with how to connect to the other side, or to know that their presence is with you still. Of course, that's not for everyone. Select a couple of people that might be for, but coming back to an ending of a situation, it might just be that you need to find, like I said before, that acceptance and forgiveness for the situation, not holding on to blame or anger, and rather just looking forward to what can I do now to look forward to the future. What do I need? What logistically do I need to do? Because the Page of Swords is here, and the Page of Swords is somebody who is very inquisitive, and they're going to do everything it takes to get the information that they need to move forward or to complete their project or achieve their goal. So it is very knowledge thirsty energy. It's very young energy as well, so it's like, it definitely indicates this new journey you're moving into. Further guidance here, we do have the Moon, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. So there's a bit here. Some of you okay, yes, yeah, all right. So, because it's going to be very different for other people. I'm like, who do I start with? So I might start with the people that are very afraid of moving ahead and moving forward in life, into the next chapter. And I think this message here is to encourage you that even if there is a lot of fear and doubt about what it is you're moving forward into, or a lack of vision completely, the Magician and the Two of Cups shows me that you have everything at your tool belt, inside of you, energetically, mentally, resources, all of it. You've got it, what it takes to manifest and create all of the harmonious situations you desire in your life, whether they be a loving partnership, or it could be to do with any other partnerships that are in your life, like a business partnership, or harmonious connections, just symbiotic relationships in your world, just seeing things flow beautifully, finding the help as you need it, that sort of thing. Help from the other side, that connection with Source. So further guidance here is, what I do feel here is there is a real need for forgiveness and compassion and kindness from you in a situation. I'm not sure what that's about totally, take it or leave it, but there is a message I'm feeling in this combination. It's like you're being asked to be kind with someone or something, however that applies. I do feel. And so also I'm seeing here that, again, with the moon, the magician, the Two of Cups, there's something that you want to create here. There's something you're intuitively guided to create. We've got the magician, we've got the moon, and we've got the high priestess as well. We've got the hermit here. There's a lot of energy in this reading that speaks to you evolving and growing and attracting the situations that are going to give your life a whole new meaning. It kind of feels like I do see this there's really quite a large change happening here in your world. In the outcome, we have got the Justice, the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. And when I saw the Queen of Cups, I definitely felt that, well, you're not going to get another chance with me. That's kind of what I was hearing when I saw it. So whatever that's about, I feel like that's you saying that to somebody else, potentially. And with the Four of Pentacles, you might be closing the door on somebody or locking up your resources. Somebody who might have been taking advantage of you, that's not happening anymore. You're not allowing it. With Justice here, there may be court situations that have caused things to change in a way that protects money, or it could also mean that you're needing to be more resourceful with your finances, needing to bring things back into balance, saving more money, not giving anyone. I'm getting this no benefit of the doubt in a situation too. I'm getting really weird mixed messages about in this reading, because like before it's like you need to be very kind and forgiving with someone, and then there's another area where it's like no, they need a hard boundary, and that's not going to work. So I guess it could be different people that it's connecting to in your world. Like that could be about this, that's about the different sitch. But they're definitely, there's a real I don't want to say reckoning. I don't know. There's like a it just does feel like justice is actually being served at this point. Things are panning out exactly as they should, and I feel like there's something about your strength in regards to delivering this justice or making sure that things stay above board in a sense. I keep wanting to come back to this Emperor here. So I do feel like this is Aries energy. It doesn't mean you're Aries, but it is that like, it just feels very, what do I want to say? Like all I'm hearing is like grown up. I'm like, come on, give me something better than that. But maybe that's simply it. Maybe you're just feeling like you're growing up in some area that just, it creates more balance. It creates more respect. It'll build a solid foundation for you moving ahead. And I kind of just you need to protect your heart here. I'm seeing in the outcome, there is a need to protect your heart. You might be emotionally invested in an outcome that it would be wise not to be, just to go with the flow and stay open. So in the oracle cards for your reading, we have Ragwort, and I've decided to do a dawn message from this deck. As you might know, it has dawn and dusk. So ragwort is seen as an invasive weed by many. It's also a valuable food source for the striking cinnabar moth. You may have been feeling lately that what you have to offer does not fulfill what others want from you, but you have your own unique skill set to provide which others cannot. You may simply be growing in the wrong place, or it may be that the person who will value above others has not appeared yet. Stay true to yourself and you will be feeling appreciated soon. And that's the message I got through the reading, the stay true to yourself part. I feel like that's what you're doing and you have been doing, and it's helping you reclaim your power. But there is a need for forgiveness in this situation, closure perhaps, releasing in some way, whether that's a burning bowl ritual. Is that what you need to do? Do you need to express yourself through art? Is that what helps you release? Is it a closure conversation? Do you need to meditate and release in other ways? But we have hibernation and regeneration here also. So it is a time, I feel like you maybe have been, there's a lot of characters around you. So you may have been a bit just keeping yourself busy. Maybe you've been throwing yourself into work, or there hasn't been enough time for you to just be by yourself and sit with things and let things perhaps come up, so that you can release. You may have been hibernating and regenerating. Maybe you've been in this energy, or like I said before, for some of you, it's that you haven't been and you've been needing to do that. But if you have been doing that, then this is encouragement that it is working, it is benefiting you, and you should continue to do so until you feel like it's time to come back out again. Don't know what that was, but and we also have a couple of tea leaf oracles. So finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Chair, empty, someone is leaving your life. And caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So yes, group 1, I was going to say 3, my goodness, maybe 3 is the message for you too. Haven't even got to it yet though. So group 1, that is what I have for you in this week's reading. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you enjoyed this reading, click the like button, and I look forward to reading with you all again soon. Bye group 1. Hey group 2, and welcome to your reading if you've chosen the Green Adventuring Moon. This one will be your reading. So a very fortunate stone, Green Adventurine. It is a beautiful stone to help us release old patterns and disappointments from the past so that new growth can take place. Very prosperous type of stone, looking at creating more abundance in your world. So you might be seeing more abundance growing for you. But also there's that real strong message of releasing disappointments and things that haven't worked out, letting them be, letting them go so that something new can grow. All right, group 2, we're going to jump straight into your reading with the 5 of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the 9 of Wands in your past energy. Starting with the 5 of Pentacles, you may have been going through a bit of struggle. This could be in multiple areas of life. You maybe have been, like the crystal suggests, going through a very big disappointment, something that might have not worked out. Typical message is feeling left in the cold by the 5 of Pentacles. So maybe there's been a relationship that is breaking down. Maybe there's been a financial situation that you're struggling with. Maybe it's your health as well. It could be all 3 for some of you, where just things are really, really heavy at this time. Trying to recover, trying to recuperate, or just trying to cope. So with the Page of Wands and the 9 of Wands, when I see this, I get this like kind of a stop-start energy in a sense. So maybe there's been an inspiration come to you, or an idea or something that's encouraging you to move forward and, you know, turn this around, and it's going to be okay, and that's a wonderful thing. But there's something here as well that's like, but there's barriers, or but there's boundaries, or but there's something that sort of either keeps coming up to what feels like a block, or it's just the fact that there's a lot to move through here, and it's it does. I kind of just get like this wading through a bit of mud in a sense. So you may feel like that about the journey ahead, or what you need to do to get out of the situation, or to move forward, or to be where you want to be. But I do feel like you're looking at it like I'm going to have to go through a lot. Looking forward. So the 9 of Wands is here because, you know, it is the wounded warrior. This is a card of resilience. She has the bandage on her head because she has been wounded, but she's still able to continue on the path regardless. She's doing what she can to heal herself. I'm getting like a bit of like the stop-start actually I'm getting for some of you might be in the area of fitness and exercise and stuff. Maybe you get a bit of inspiration and then it might fall off the bandwagon a bit, and maybe you want to pick yourself back up again. It could be something as simple as that, or it could, not that that's simple, you know, it's either way these patterns unfold, right? And we were trying to, what does it say? Releasing disappointments and old patterns that don't work so that new growth can take place. And so that might be what you've been struggling with. It's just the release so that you can have that freedom. And it's interesting that this beautiful card, the Princess of Wands, is directly below the Freedom card. I like how the cards are lining up like that today. And because the Page of Wands is a freedom card, she is such a free-spirited energy, ready to go and explore new things and have a good time and meet people and travel and try different things that she likes to, you know, play with when it comes to art or expression. Or there's so much there with the Page of Wands, lots of passion. But it's like Okay, when I'm looking at this, it's just like the situation you might be moving through at the moment just doesn't match who you are in a sense. So I don't know, there might be something where because you are, like, I don't know, something about the yellow sweater is doing it for me, but it's, and the fact that she's just surrounded by this struggle, it's like you are shining even though you might be going through something really hard. And you will outshine the situation, I'm feeling, when I look at this. And this change is happening because you deserve better, or you belong in a place that's actually more of a match for you, a vibrational match. So there needs to be chaos for that to happen, and for some of you, definitely. So into the week ahead, it's not light and easy. Like, there's stuff here, but you've also got everything it takes to move through this, and you're doing it I feel like you're doing it in a way that really supports you. Maybe I don't know. Well, the Six of Swords is next, so it definitely shows that you're ready to release. You're ready to literally clear your mind. Literally, this is the card, clear your mind, and it sits below it. Like, how do I not notice that before? Freedom sits above the Princess of Wands, and clear your mind, last quarter moon in Gemini with the Six of Swords. Last quarter moon really talks about like coming to the end of something, like trying to complete something. Clear your mind, Six of Swords. That's what it's all about, because the Six of Swords is often coming out of a time of turbulence and struggle and just maybe constant fighting or whatever it is for you, and just coming into a time where you can let it go and you can just find peace and remove yourself from the tension, whether that's just mentally or environmentally. You are moving forward, letting go. The next card is the Knight of Swords, fight like a girl. So it's not over, this situation. For some of you, this is something you still need to move through and deal with. You can't just cut and run from the situation, whatever it is. If this is sounding a little too heavy, then it might be a different pile for you this week. I'm not sure, group 2, but you'll know. King of Swords is next. So I feel like this is you and another. When I look at this, you're wanting to manage the situation and handle the situation very responsibly, I'm feeling. And you will need to defend yourself or take the right steps to set yourself up. If this is not an argument, this could be a legal situation. It could be multiple things. But I feel like you need to make professional moves, if that makes sense. So for some of you, that might be getting legal advice from this King of Swords character. For others of you, it's about not engaging in a way that is adding more fuel to the fire, but just being more strategic and careful about the way you handle a particular challenge that's going on for you, so that you can find that freedom and so that things can be easier for you moving ahead. The Ten of Wands comes after the King of Swords, so it does show the heaviness of what you're needing to move through, but also with the King of Swords this could be that somebody is just being really cold, and someone might be being a little bit harsh or having certain unfair demands of you or of the situation, and you might be feeling like it's put a lot of burden on your shoulders and you're having to do so much more because of this situation. For some of you, you might just, like I said before with the mud, it might not be that this has put more burden on your shoulders, but it's just the fact that you're having to move through it is hard. It's a lot of burden there. When I was pulling the outcome cards, the Two of Cups came out reversed, but it landed up here on the King of Swords, so I left it there. I didn't take it for the outcome, but we'll consider it there though, because I did pull it with intention of, just when it lands like that on a group on the table, you can feel it's got to stay there. And so we can see that there's disharmony in this situation. We can see that then you're not seeing eye to eye with someone. This could be a separation. You could just be completely not compatible with this person. That could be what it is that unfolds here. They're just needing to make a choice here about what are you going to do moving ahead. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords now after all of this. So it shows that just the fact that it's just so heavy, and I'm getting like almost unmanageable for some. I feel like it is manageable, I've got to say. But I want to be careful in saying that too, because some of these things you shouldn't have to manage. Some of these things you need to just put down. Other things, but it depends on your situation. It's hard in a general reading to deliver this particular message because it does feel like it will be different for everyone, and you don't want to take the wrong advice here. So maybe just unplug and listen to yourself, I think would be best. But if you're sticking around, then, by all means, be very discerning about where you give your energy and how you apply yourself moving forward, because this is asking you to give back to yourself, to maybe pull back a little bit, to let go of controlling external situations, what other people think, what they're doing, how they act, just all of that, and stay in check with yourself, your own energy. Look after yourself, protect your energy. Four of Pentacles is there. You've got enough burden on your shoulders right now. For some of you, I feel like you're carrying more than you need to. It might be good to talk to a friend, talk to a professional. For some people, as I'm connecting to this part, it does feel like a choppier time than the readings have been of late for group 2. So maybe you're coming over from a different pole, maybe you're too consistent, whatever, it doesn't matter. Life changes, life unfolds, things happen. 5 of Swords here at the end of your week. It does look like you're at the end of your week, you might be sort of blocking people out and wanting to just sort of shut down and rest, or just withdraw completely, or run away even. For some of you, this could be like that kind of energy for you this week, or you just feel like you want to protect yourself and do what's right for you and just not engage anymore, but finding more peace in the situation for yourself and responding in a way that's not reacting, but just standing firm in your truth and giving it no more than that. I feel like that's kind of necessary, because I do feel like there's a bit of anger in a situation here, maybe not for everybody, but it will be beneficial to control that anger, I feel. So if it is yours, of course. If it's someone else's, you can't do anything about there. Just protect yourself, right? Anyway, in the challenge, we have got the 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune. 2 of Pentacles, what do I do, right? And I felt that when I looked at the Princess of Wands, the Knight of Wands at the beginning of the reading before these even came out. And I was just, it's where do I go from here? What do I do? Like, that's kind of that overwhelming feeling I was getting. Like I say quite a lot, it may not be for everyone feeling that extensive, like, ugh. But for some, yeah. What do I do? Do I go? Do I stay? Is it worth it? Like, there's a lot of questioning here about what do you do? Or how do I manage this? How do I make this work? How do I fix this? Or like, there's a lot of this sort of questioning going on here. And with Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, you might be coming to realize it's like, I can keep going around and round and round in this cycle because it's not going to change. Or I'm going to have to do something different because I'm starting to realize that this is not working in the way that I'd like it to, or the way I thought it would. And with the Wheel of Fortune there in the challenge, it kind of makes me feel like it's more about staying stuck in a cycle and not totally being able to break it. You've got the Infinity here between the 2 of Pentacles and Judgment in the center. It's like you might be starkly aware but unable to move, or still coming into that awareness and that decision. It's still something that's unfolding. What will help with that challenge? I like to see this. You have the 3 of Cups, spending time with your friends, connecting with people, celebrating the small wins that you've got, focusing on what you have got, what you can do. You've got the Sun here and the Empress. For some of you, focus on your babies, focus on your children, spend time with your loved ones, your if that's fur babies, then it's your fur babies, scaly babies, your pets, your dependents, the things you love. Nurture them, care for them. There's a celebration around some of you here. Maybe this is a wedding celebration or something that I feel like you're attending rather than it's your celebration. You know what I mean? Could be, but anyway, I feel like these cards are saying it'd been, because the 6 of Swords we see after this, whatever is going on for you, group 2. It's like, and the amount you are carrying and do need to move through yet to deal with this, it's really important that you get a good time in there too. Speak with people that are going to be there, support you and give you good advice and help nurture you. Because with the 3 of Cups there, that's about spending time with the really special people. For some of you, that's reunions, so catching up with people you haven't seen in a long time. People that just lift your spirits, people that help encourage you onto the path ahead. Maybe the friends that straighten the crown. You might be needing a bit of that at this time. But also just nurturing yourself, and like I said, nurturing your children, your babies, being there for them, making choices that revolve around being a mother or being a parent, being a provider, encouraging them. I'm taking a child to a music lesson or something, like making sure that they get their lessons in. Oh my goodness, yeah. That message is literally for me because I need to remember Jackson's piano lesson this afternoon. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, but yeah, well, oh goodness. Anyway, take it how it resonates for you. Further guidance here is that was kind of cute. I really liked that little moment. I think I had one in last week's reading too. I'm like, hang on, that message is for me. Anyway, temperance is here, further guidance. I love to see what's here in further guidance, but I don't know if this situation's been as heavy as I've been reading it. If it's not as heavy as it has been, then maybe it's the other people listening that it has a situation that really that does resonate heavy, and it could be a little lighter. But it does feel a little like, stuff, anyway, move along. Sagittarius energy here, and felt the need to mention Saggy. But temperance and strength. Both of these cards talk about abstaining or having self-control over something that is triggering to you or tempting to you or provoking in some way. The temperance and strength are peaceful energies. They are not easy to embody, of course, in the face of challenge, but it is the further guidance in this reading to just take your time with things, find peace, find healing, find more balance, have strength to overcome those things that you want to react to or fire up about, or maybe even distract yourself with if there's addiction cycles or something going on, having the courage and strength to overcome that lower nature or that part of you that wants to react or respond or run away, flight and fight, like getting a bit of a control over yourself here. With the situation, we also have the 9 of Cups. I love to see that here because with the High Priestess and the 2 of Wands next to it, I see this whole combination here that it's like Spirit saying you need to just be strong right now and keep your eyes on the prize, keep your eyes on the type of life you want, whatever that means for you in this moment. If it is the type of life you want, or if it is a career goal, or if it is whatever it is for you, you've got to trust that there's some mystery unfolding in your journey at this time, and that this is time you're at a crossroads with the 2 of Wands here. And it's with the High Priestess 2 of Wands, it's a really mysterious time. You may not know where you're headed and how it's going to work out, but you just need to keep your wishes in your heart and feel your way through this. While also learning about self through the challenges that come up, through your ability to overcome, the lower nature or the things you want to repeat old patterns. You're like, no, I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'm not going to continue this cycle anymore. I'm like really ready to step into this, whatever it is you've got for me, Spirit. Like, I don't know, bring it, let's go. Like that sort of just a beautiful faith and trust in Spirit. Like when I look at this as well, I want to encourage those of you that are connecting that don't quite feel that personalized connection with Source to start to cultivate that in whatever way you can. I know a lot of you connecting these readings have an amazing, beautiful, personal, like just incredible kinship with Spirit in such a way that it's like just between you and Spirit, and no one else can possibly know what that is or how special it is. And for those that are connecting that don't quite feel that way but would love to and are working on it, that is you and Spirit is all you need. Like that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, strengthen that friendship you have with that. And if you perceive it as your higher self, then take that route to get there. However, whatever, nurture your connection with Source right now because it's your best friend. And maybe that's a personal guide. Maybe that's an ancestor you want to connect to in that regard. Like, I don't want to tell you what to do or who to connect to. But yeah, you know what I'm getting at. So in the outcome, we have the Knight of Wands and Death. When I saw the Knight of Wands, I just felt like don't be impulsive. Overcome any impulsive nature you might have to, whatever it might be, impulsively. With Death there, we have the Princess of Swords and the Emperor. Again, we've got the Empress and the Emperor in a reading, so this very well could be to do with a family situation that is breaking down or not working out. There is a lot of challenge. It might not be that it's breaking down, it's just like a lot of challenge. Some of you, yeah, absolutely, it's already over. Like I said, everyone's different, but what I see here is don't be too impulsive. Be very careful with the changes that are happening and learn gather all the information you can to put yourself in a good position here. If that means saving your money for a rainy day and knowing that you're set up so when when the time comes that you need the money for something, then by all means set yourself up now. Start planning. Don't be impulsive. Learn what you need to learn to embody the Emperor energy. For some of you, this is about keeping your eye on the Emperor. Maybe you needing to be very careful when you're dealing with this particular person. But for a lot of you, I feel like the main message here is about you transforming the way you go about dealing with this situation so that it benefits you and you put yourself in a more secure position. So if that, just planning for the future, I don't know, that's going to be different for all of you. And financially, I think that there's a lot to do with that as well. Like making sure that you're taken care of, making sure that you get your fair share, or that things work out for you in the long run financially. There's fear around financial arguments or something I'm feeling here. Like, or there's like somebody, I don't know, like they're wanting to protect financial information. Like there might be somebody who knows more than they should about something. I don't know how to, something there. Let's leave it. It's such a general reading. But the underlying energy of this reading is the Eight of Wands. So the whole reading is talking about the energy of movement forward in your life, of conversations that need to be had, of plans for the future. Eight of Wands can also talk about things that you've started in the past that you haven't really given all the energy it needs, or you haven't quite finished, and it's asking you to give that more momentum because it needs to complete, or it needs to move forward in some way. So it's encouragement or prediction. So in the Oracle cards you had in the Seed and Sickle, I chose the Dawn message today. Clematis. I feel like Clematis comes out more than any other card from this deck. It grows across any surface given, eager to rise and reach towards the blazing summer sun. And I see that with the Sun, the Empress. I think that combination could sum up this card. Its spiraling vines grab onto any opportunity that appears, putting its flowers in the best position to drink in the rain and warmth. This card symbolizes movement and momentum, a push towards the best position that will help you achieve your goal. Just be sure to remember who held you up on your race to the finish. And I take it how it resonates, but I kind of feel like, that added message of leaning on your friends right now, it is a good idea, because they will help you and help you grow, and there is going to be opportunities, even if the opportunities come up in chaos, that cause the change, that help you move to that place where you can grow all the better. I think it's a real important time to trust and obtain your own freedom at any cost. I want to say, shouldn't say at any cost, but your freedom, your own independence, your ability to choose what works for you should, I think, be really held tight and respected, and not letting anybody push you around or tell you what to do, but at this time to really go your own way. It's a time for you to explore what avenues you want to take, and do, I think, whatever it is necessary to get yourself out of things that hinder you or impinge your freedom in some way. Last quarter moon in Gemini, we did speak about it as it sits under the Six of Swords, of clearing the mind. Meditation might be helpful, but just not ruminating, or maybe just becoming aware when you're stressing over things that, like, yes, you do maybe need to deal with those things, but sitting with it and thinking about it so hard might not be beneficial, whether that takes you to analysis paralysis or just really heavy feelings. If it's not something you can deal with right now immediately, then maybe choose some affirmation, whatever's necessary in that moment, whether that be about acceptance, whether that be about release and forgiveness, whether that be just surrender and, okay, Spirit, just guide me. I'm going to let this go and go do something that I'm more positive, or productive or something. Just choosing with how you're thinking a bit, or like how much you're sitting with things that are heavy, without avoiding. God, it's so hard just to find that perfect balance of healing and not ruminating and dealing and letting go and holding on. And life is great, isn't it? But the fact that you're even here listening to these readings shows that you're on that path of readiness to shift, release, grow, you know, have the best life for yourself. I like to think if you're drawn to this channel, then that's what you want. And meditation to dig deep from the Everyday Witch Oracle. And I need to find it from the book first. Meditation, oh yep, at the start. All right. Meditation to dig deep. Where am I going to read from? Divination. This card is telling you to look at some issue more closely. You probably already know which one. This card just reminds you that avoiding a situation won't lead to a solution. Instead, you have to dig deep and look for answers, even if you worry that you might not like them. Maybe the universe will surprise you, or maybe it will turn out that looking more deeply with an open mind will lead you to answers that aren't obvious on the surface. Yeah, I like that. Definitely like that. Let's go to the action. Meditate on this statement. What's the statement? It might be the bit beforehand. Okay, I'll have to read that too, I guess. Our culture often encourages the pursuit of shallow and immediate pleasures, discouraging the deep work that takes time and energy. But sometimes it's important to look more closely, burrow into our own hearts and minds, and discover what lies underneath the surface. Sometimes you have to dig deep to find the truth. You have all the tools to do that. They're just waiting for you to use them. Meditation can help you achieve a deeper connection. Meditate on this statement while focusing on the image on the card. I'll give that to you a little closer if you want a screenshot or something. You probably, sorry. Ask yourself, what areas of my life could benefit from more attention? What am I not looking at deep enough? What am I afraid I'll see? And how can I put that fear behind me so I can move forward with clear vision? Okay. We also have aromatherapy. Might be a beautiful time for you to just find a bit more peace and healing through the senses. Maybe finding a little bit more just support. This, what have we got? Mint, citrus, lavender, and vanilla. But yeah, all sorts of different. Yeah, oh, there's so many things I want to say, but I feel like a lot of them are like a personal reading. I would normally just yabber about this and that. I feel that way a bit today with group 2 for some reason. It feels like, I don't know, I want to say more than I would in a general, but it's a general, so I'll keep it there. Movement, and I think I felt that before. For some of you are on a bit of an exercise routine to just keep that momentum happening, keep your body moving. Really, really helps when especially if you find yourself sitting and ruminating and thinking and in depression. Just taking a nice walk, it doesn't have to be strenuous. It doesn't have to be lifting weights and carrying on. It can be a nice gentle swim, or it can be a nice easeful walk, and also adding that intention to release what it is you're carrying, letting the trees take it from you. They always know what to take from you. All you need to do is walk underneath them, walk amongst them. Trees are amazing for that. We have lion, time to act. I kind of got with the avoidance message there, a little nudge again. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity, and career. So this is definitely moving you where you need to go. I want to add this message again, that you need to just trust and be strong, finding more balance, focusing on your dreams and what kind of life you want, what kind of situation you dream of, and trust that there's a plan to get you there, and that you need to go along with these changes to have ones to make that happen. Death is in your outcome, because this is a big time of transformation for you, group 2. So that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance in this situation. If you've loved this reading, click the like button. That'll help me out a lot. Thank you. And private readings are open for September. If you'd like a book, a reading, there should be a spot there still. And that being said, take it easy, group 2. See you next time. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the little wax melt heart, then this one is for you. So I'm actually not sure what to say about the wax
heart for group 3 today. Other than maybe it would be nice to put some beautiful wax melts or something that smells beautiful in the home. Just enjoy some nice sensory things. Could also be something then in your life that melts your heart, maybe. Something worth paying attention to. So anyway, let's just jump into your reading. Some of the energies I can see here. I didn't read for the first 2 groups the energies I saw, but anyway, you have Aries, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo here. Libra as well. So it could be your energy, maybe something you're dealing with. Aquarius, Taurus and Scorpio as well. The fixed signs are there. So anyway, group 3, let's jump into the past energy here with the 2 of Pentacles first and foremost, starting your reading in the past energy. So things may have been a little choppy for you in the past. With the 2 of Pentacles, you see somebody who's juggling multiple responsibilities or multiple situations in life and just trying to maintain balance while trying to keep it all afloat. We've got rocky water in the background, so there could be a bit of struggle in some areas or a bit of resistance you're coming up against, but in the past I think you've been just trying to keep your head above water maybe, or manage something that's a little tricky. In the past we also have the Fool and the 9 of Wands, so I'm feeling for you in the past you may have had a new opportunity or a new idea that you've started, but it maybe hasn't taken off how you'd like it to, or maybe there's maybe a bit of a roadblock, or things just taking a little longer than you would like it to. There's definitely this I feel like it's something you're very excited about, something that's going to be very beneficial for you, like that, but there's change that needs to happen around it. So maybe it's that you need to shuffle some priorities or something so that you've got more attention for the things that are going to be more beneficial and taking away from the things that might be draining you or wasting your time or something like that. So there might be a need to reassess where you're spending your energy and what you want to do, because there's something new that wants to come to life here, I'm feeling. And you might be just feeling a little battle weary or tired. You might be feeling a little nervous as well about taking a new opportunity or a new beginning, or it just could also be that things have been a real struggle for a while. I know group 3 they've had a very slow energy for a lot of this year. If you've been a group 3 devotee, then you will know that it's been that way, and it's still kind of there in a sense, but things are moving forward, just still not in the pace you may like it to. It's like it feels like something that needs to go this slow and be this way because it's bigger than you thought, or it's like the outcome will be greater than you expected. So you'll see in the long run like why things have had to be this way this year. So in the current energy moving ahead, we've got 2 major arcanas with Judgment and the World. Very interesting to see these 2 here together, the absolute completion of something, coming into the awareness of what you need to do moving forward, what you want in this next chapter. You might be really looking at cycles ending and what it is that is coming in for you in the new cycle. Because the Judgment here is a realization, it's an awakening, and it even, no, that's that next card. What was I going to say? Awakening. Awakening to what the realization of what you need to close out and what works for you moving forward, what you're going to be taking with you, because this is a brand new chapter for you. You're ready for a new beginning. A lot of people, personal readings, in my personal life, in the collective readings, it is a major time for change for a lot of people at this moment. Like it feels very pivotal. Things are not the same as they were a short time ago, and they're not going to be the same moving ahead. In the Knight of Swords here, this for me is you sort of propelling yourself into the next chapter, and I feel like there's going to be a lot more momentum coming in soon. Although things have been at a standstill or quiet for a while and you've needed to embrace that standstill, it's quite funny because you literally have the card Embrace and Standstill from the same deck, which we will get to. And it's like, even when I saw it, I was like, oh God, I think I even said last week, I'm like, I know group three. I know. And when I saw that, I was thinking, oh God, I know group three. I'm so because it has been this whole way. Like I do a lot of privates with my group threes as well, so I know that like without thinking of any one person in particular in this moment, I know collectively that it's been this pace for you guys with certain challenges, but it's all been divine, and we always do our private and we get to the end of it and come to see what that's all about for you. And I think, yeah, a lot of you know that like now it is a time where things are going to be moving forward again soon. Things are going to be happening very quickly. I'm kind of being encouraged to mention Christmas time for some reason. So maybe you've got a lot to do before the Christmas season, or maybe it's that I think things are going to be busy up until Christmas soon. Like things are going to like, you might have a bit of a quickening turnaround here. Although you've got embracing and standstill, I still feel like that energy is going to give soon. And then you have the Four of Wands, the Star, and the Knight of Wands. Beautiful combo. I like how the Knight of Wands is sort of charging towards this community setting. So it might be an event that's coming up for you that you've got to organize. You might be an event planner, or kind of getting this like event you want to go to. You're sort of rushing in, or a group of people you want to collaborate with or share an occasion with. There's definitely something very exciting coming in this week with regards to the community you're connected to, and leaving you with a sense of renewal or rejuvenation, just feeling very aligned, things are feeling good. You've got the Star here and the Knight of Wands, so you might be feeling like just this renewed sense of optimism, this renewed sense of motivation, passion. Like you've got a lot of these, after having a bit of like, we looked at the past cards, the Nine of Wands is there, there's guardedness here, there's tiredness, but resilience, you've pushed on anyway. And here we have a bit of a more authentic tapping into a wellspring or something. So maybe you're doing something for yourself that triggers this. For some of you, it might be a very potent ritual that you engage in. For some of you, it might be a certain group work that you go to that just enlivens your spirit or fills your cup in some way. There's something going on here. I do feel for a lot of you a group event or some sort of thing that you, if you're invited to, definitely attend. Like it could be a dance group or a festival or a market day, or who knows. It could be a birthday, or yeah. With the Knight of Wands, I'm kind of getting like this at the end of your week is a bit of a hasty energy. So I think it's also asking you to temper yourself where needed. So yes, you may feel this encouragement, excitement to get things moving, or you're ready to go and take a run or do your exercise routine and tick off your to-do list. You might be feeling very motivated, but do remember to keep a nice balance so you don't just throw it all in and burn yourself out. Just keep a nice balance of definitely feeling. Three of Wands as I split the deck. So we are still looking forward to the future. Like this is not, I think that's sort of saying that there's no need to get too excited or have it all at once, that there's still things to unfold in the right timing, and that you need to just keep on the path you know to be on, because it will unfold in that direction. Underlying energy, what I want to get to was the Queen of Wands. So feeling like this week for you is a very magnetic time. You might be feeling like all that you need, you have the power to manifest it, or you have the power to draw it in. You might be feeling like people are really influenced by you or feeling inspired by your energy. You're having an impact in your world or in your life this week, and you're feeling it. You might be just feeling a little more attractive in some way. You might be dressing a little different, or just maybe not different, but just feeling yourself. I don't know what I'm doing, but oh, that's right. I just knew I needed to get a card. I'm like, what is the card I wanted? It's for the Knight of Wands. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Like that's it. That's. I just wanted to clarify. Like, was that message about you just like, I know you're excited, but just woosah, take it easy, have a good balance, and that is confirming that. Yes, Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. There's something new you're very excited to get started with. Maybe someone's helping you, or you're helping another person with a project. I see the Wheel of Fortune here, so things really turning around and changing from the Five of Pentacles. From things not working out to things working out. Definitely a good shift in the energy, but again, the Three of Wands, there's still a matter of timing and waiting and having a nice equilibrium as you work towards whatever this is that's captured your passion. and maintaining consistency and something that's actually manageable. And like, when you just make all these changes at once and then they're not really achievable to maintain, because it's more about slow and gentle implementation. Anyway, into the challenge. We have the 7 of Swords first. So you may have been dealing with some shady behavior. When we see the 7 of Swords, it can be about someone trying to pull the wool over your eyes, or someone trying to be sneaky in some way. This could be your energy. Maybe you've been trying to elude someone, evade something, or make something work a little under the table. So these dodgy things, this card doesn't always have to be like a negative, shameful action. I mean, it can just be that you've needed to keep things secret so that you can protect yourself in some regard. But the challenge is keeping things secret or having someone else keep things secret. The 8 of Cups is here with the Chariot. So in the challenge, it may be that, I think with the Chariot, it kind of, did it? No, it was the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups flipped a bit reversed, but and I did kind of feel to keep it reversed. And it would make sense that it would be reversed, because it would show that there's this stuck cycle of something that you may have pulled yourself out of but keep getting lured back into, or you haven't quite been able to break a cycle in some regard. Maybe having trouble releasing, letting go. For some of you, it's the fact that you feel taken advantage of. You maybe have had to cut your losses with something, and it's like, well, I don't want to pull out now, because if I do, I'm going to lose this. But the fact is, if you stay, you're only going to lose more. So it's like, there is for some of you a message of cut your losses, and just, move forward with what you've got, because you'll be fine. Don't take any risks, but just be careful. Further into that, what helps with that challenge, similar actually as group 2, so you may feel drawn to group 2, but in group 1 I said you might be drawn to group 3, so hey, you might be going all over the shop. You might be drawn to all 3. But yeah, 10 of Swords is the first card in what will help with the challenge. So embracing endings, as I looked out at the word embracing on the embracing card, accepting endings. We have the 3 of Cups, so celebrations, maybe celebrating the fact that something is over, or maybe it's the fact that you're celebrating something that happened in the first place, accepting the ending and celebrating that it even happened, even if it's sad that it's over. So what that would be beneficial, to see the positive in this ending, to see how the light shines down on you and gives you a new beginning. Every ending is a new beginning. You might be wanting to focus on that. Yeah, literally with the sun is shining down on the situation. You can see that, like, explore your options here. You've got the 7 of Cups. Like, this is a time for you to accept endings, cut your losses, move away from it, come into connection with things or people, situations that are more supportive and nurturing for you, and explore your options, because there's lots of different things coming for you on the path ahead. Not all of them are going to be brilliant, but a lot of them will be exciting and fun, and new opportunities for you to experience and learn and grow. Really super positive. Just spend good time with your friends, I think, is a really good message here for a lot of you. If you don't have friends, then finding opportunities to put yourself in situations where you can meet other like minds. If you like a particular craft, then maybe you're joining a craft group, or whatever it may be. Dancing, there's a celebration here for sure. All right, further guidance, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ace of Cups. For some of you, I see the very clear message that you've had to take a bit of time out on your own to sort some things out, to fill your own cup, to feel a bit renewed. And now it might be time for you to come into connection or collaboration with others after working on your own so much. Maybe you've only ever worked on your own and collaboration is scary. Wherever you find yourself, this message is asking you that while you can still honor who you are as an individual, it would be beneficial for you to collaborate with other people and nurture in particular collaboration projects you perhaps already engaged in, support them to become all that they need to become. Because there is definitely, like, when I see the Knight of Swords running towards the 4 of Wands in your week ahead as well, like, there's some things happening that bring connection into your world this week, or bring things to life for you, or they join the dots in some way that helps you on your path ahead. So whether that's meeting people in auspicious settings, or just like opportunity coming your way after a period of isolation. There is still that need, though. I'm going to say, though, with the Hermit, it is here in further guidance. So while there are some projects that you need to attend to and deal with, there may also be that you're needing time alone also, and quality time alone, where you just, maybe you put the phone down and really give yourself that space or that time, or maybe you want to dance in the lounge room and just let your body speak, let it move in whatever way it wants to without judgment. Or maybe it's meditation or something that helps you connect to yourself or keep yourself, I want to say separate, but I don't mean that in a way that's like separate, because we're never truly separate, but there's a time when we need to just honor that separation, if you know what I mean. Finding a nice balance. In the outcome, we have Judgment, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Is that Judgment? Sorry, Justice. A Six of Swords. So after something becoming like consequences for actions, perhaps, or having some sort of ruling, a decision, some outcome, something that brings fairness and balance back into the situation, helps you find more peace and freedom with the Six of Swords, helps you move away from a situation that was perhaps unjust and into the future and into building something more solid for yourself with the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be a legal separation or a situation with custody, children, and wanting to move away to create more abundance or security for yourself and for your children, or for your child, if there's one child, for your family. I mean, this could be to do with a business as well. Maybe a particular business idea or plan needed to shift or change or even finish so that you could start a different one, or so that it could evolve in some way. Like what we see in the outcome here is things coming into balance. You moving forward away from tension, and like basically the Two of Pentacles is what, like, I know it's not, but if in imagery or in meanings, you could easily say the Two of Pentacles is the energy that the Six of Swords moves away from, because it is that chaotic, sort of choppy, dealing with lots of things at once, maybe being a little overwhelmed. Six of Swords is about letting all that go and just focusing on one thing, or letting yourself move away from it so that there's more peace. And what do you move towards? More security and stability. The Ten of Pentacles is a lot of abundance. So you can see that you will be creating a lot of abundance from the current projects you're engaged in. There's definitely a lot of money in the future here for group threes. I think I felt that last week too. Like there was a big shift in money in one of the groups last week. Anyway, so in the Oracle cards, we have Clover. Such a beautiful card for group three. I'll go to the book. The appearance of clover in late spring is sudden and enthusiastic, filling the field with what can seem like the blink of an eye. A core food source for herbivores and pollinators alike, it is a plant of provision and giving. Creativity and abundance are all around you, endless and filled with the occasional lucky break of the four-leaf variety. It's easy to get carried away with this exciting bounty of energy, but don't rush into it. Use your judgment to know where to stop. And I felt that with that. That's what I was getting at with the Knight of Wands, knowing where to just like take it, keep it even keel about your progress, whatever. You got it. Leave it with you. So you also have embracing and standstill. So when I look at this combination, I mean, we already know this is about embracing the discomfort, embracing the fact that maybe things haven't been moving the way you'd like. And with the standstill card, it is about reassessing your situation so that you can make more strategic moves and not struggling against things that you can't control or change. But let's maybe go to the book for them anyway. Embracing. Sometimes life overflows with emotion, which can feel uncomfortable. However, the ensuring result of this discomfort can be of great value, perhaps arising from an unseen or unknown source. You get this card when emotions are seemingly overflowing or not flowing at all. Cherish the overflow of emotions and embrace the times that seem murky, for your inner floodplains are being replenished, and as a result, there will be a great spiritual and physical expansion. Embrace all of your emotions. When you do so, greater prosperity and fertility will flow into your life. Alternatively, if your emotions have been blocked, this is a time to explore and experience them. And then stand still. If it feels like that some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being stuck into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. It's the best thing to do is to slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. And we have New Moon in Aries. Go for it. I like that. When I first got it, I'm like, that's a bit of a conflicting message, but now I understand. Go for it. Start pulling those weeds. Do the thing. Start the thing. It's a fresh thing, like fresh, right? Aries, new moon. New moon. We have Strength and Resilience. I just love the art in this particular deck. We'll go to the book for it as well. Strength and Resilience, 31. Maybe 31 is a special number for you. Do something that challenges you. Something that calls on just a little more strength than you think you have. Walk a little further than usual. Stand up to a bully. Give up an addiction. Be strong. You can do it. Oh, go for it. Anyway, back here. This card is telling you one of two things, or maybe both. If you wanted to know if you should or could do something, the answer is yes, go for it. It literally says yes, go for it. Wow. You have the strength and the ability to succeed. If you pulled just a card for general information or inspiration, then this card is telling you you are stronger than you think. Take heart. I love that for you. And also, what did I see? Yeah, this one. I don't know, like, can you see the resemblance between these two as well? And this is you midweek, encouraging you to just go for it, whatever that might be, and rush towards your tribe. With connect with your ancestors. It's a beautiful time for you to be doing that, absolutely, right now. And we have rest in your self-care oracles as well. And in the tea leaf for this reading, we have claw. Be careful, do not take risks. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And candle, you will be shown the way. Regardless, always shown the way, group 3. And that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance. If you like this reading, click the like button. That'll help me out. Private readings are open for September in the description box. You can book that there. And that all being said, I look forward to reading for you all again next time. Bye, group 3.